why you can't stop scrolling. It's not you, it's your brain.
Modern phones have essentially hired a tiny, emotionally manipulative casino manager to live inside your pocket. And your nervous system now checks it every few minutes like a Victorian child trying to determine whether father's footsteps sound angry or merely disappointed.
Papa. Why does it feel genuinely urgent, though?
Because there might be information.
Or rejection.
Or a parcel update.
Or somebody remembering that embarrassing thing we said in 2014.
Horrific. Thank you, everyone.
Because your brain absolutely loves the possibility that something interesting might happen.
Nothing ever does.
And yet, back in you go like a divorced man reopening the fridge, hoping emotions have turned into cheese and beer.
There could be cheese.
You open your phone to check one harmless thing, and suddenly, 45 minutes vanish into the void. You somehow end up watching a raccoon stealing cat food, a man restoring a toaster from 1987, hydraulic presses flattening objects that no human being emotionally needed flattened.
The raccoon had remarkable screen presence.
To be fair, the toaster restoration had narrative tension.
And the frightening part is, your brain genuinely believes this might somehow become useful later.
We archive the raccoon knowledge permanently.
Wow, I have learned absolutely nothing.
No, but your dopamine system had a lovely evening.
I sure did. Slay.
The problem is, your brain evolved to pay attention to anything that might contain novelty, excitement, gossip, social approval, or reward. And social media turned that survival system into a 24-hour buffet for anxious raccoons.
We are emotionally just raccoons with bank cards.
The phone could contain survival information.
It almost certainly contains videos of a duck wearing shoes.
Equally important.
And the important word here is might. Because dopamine is not really the pleasure chemical. It's more like the ooh, maybe chemical.
That explains gambling, exes, and ordering things after 11 p.m.
Exactly. Your brain does not care whether the reward is good. It only cares that there could be a reward. That's why you can open the same app 15 times, despite fully knowing nothing new has happened.
But what if this refresh contains emotional devastation?
Or coupons.
And eventually, the scrolling stops even feeling enjoyable. That's the strange part. You can literally be watching television, eating dinner, talking to friends, or sitting in the bath. And your arm still starts drifting toward the phone like a haunted compass.
My thumb has become an unsupervised goblin.
At this point, most people are no longer using phones intentionally. They're using them reflexively, like emotional support slot machines.
The spinning reels are so pretty.
And then comes the really dangerous part, silence.
Absolutely not.
It remembers year 8.
We don't need to keep bringing up year 8.
Emergency stimulation required.
We could also simply experience a calm moment.
Absolutely not.
And this is where it becomes exhausting. Because your brain slowly starts confusing stimulation, distraction, scrolling, notifications, and noise with emotional relief. But they are not the same thing.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's why you can spend 2 hours scrolling and somehow feel more mentally exhausted afterwards because your nervous system wasn't resting. It was simply being interrupted in 17 different directions simultaneously.
We currently have 31 browser tabs emotionally open.
And social media makes everything worse. Because now, your phone constantly reminds you that everybody else appears to be fitter, happier, spiritually hydrated. You, meanwhile, are lying sideways on the sofa, wearing one sock, eating grated cheese directly from the bag, while watching conspiracy theories about Atlantis presented by a man whose room contains at least 3 samurai swords.
The Atlantis evidence was compelling.
And honestly, most compulsive scrolling is not actually about entertainment. It's usually about escape. Escape from stress, uncertainty, loneliness, awkwardness, or simply being left alone with your own thoughts for 5 minutes.
Under absolutely no circumstances are we doing that.
Your nervous system often calms down more during small moments of stillness, silence, daydreaming, or simply existing briefly like a retired lighthouse keeper thinking about soup.
That sounds oddly healing.
The soup does help.
Because awareness breaks autopilot.
My thumb moved before I had a thought.
Exactly. You are essentially dealing with a highly trained dopamine goblin living inside your nervous system.
We should destroy him!
We are the goblin.
That feels medically concerning.
So if your brain cannot stop scrolling lately, don't panic. Modern apps were very carefully designed by extremely intelligent people whose full-time job is essentially keeping your thumb emotionally hostage. Your brain is not weak, it's just heavily outnumbered. But here are a few tips on what you can do to help yourself. First, make scrolling physically harder to access. Move distracting apps off your home screen. Log out occasionally. Charge your phone across the room at night. Tiny bits of friction matter. Because most scrolling is not actually a decision, it's muscle memory. Second, interrupt the automatic reach. Start noticing how often you pick your phone up without even meaning to. At traffic lights, during films, while already using another screen somehow. Pause for literally 5 seconds before opening the app. That tiny pause helps your brain wake back up. And third, replace stimulation with something slower occasionally. Go for a walk. Listen to music without multitasking. Make tea. Sit outside briefly like a tired Victorian widow recovering from the horrors. Your nervous system needs moments where nothing is demanding your attention every 4 seconds. Your brain was not designed to absorb infinite information all day. It needs rest. It needs stillness. And occasionally, it needs you to put the glowing rectangle down for 10 minutes. So, maybe tonight, you do not need 17 more videos before bed. Maybe your nervous system would quite enjoy a tiny moment of peace before immediately checking notifications again in 11 minutes.
That feels achievable.
Good. Be kind to your mind. Everything will be okay in the end.